and just like their repeated trying to meet with us to discuss this and pressure to I don't know how much I should say,
No, you shouldn't say
but
too much. Like, I understand. Murphy feels a certain way. He feels very strongly. Obviously, that's his right, and I don't disagree with him. I'm a judge, and if I felt that I had been wronged because someone planted evidence on me, then blah blah blah. That being said, uh, you know, we're in the circumstances we are for a variety of reasons, and well, we can't change any of that now. So, suffice to say, I recognize that they were being shitty on the docket. They'll be dealt with accordingly. In terms of exculpatory evidence, I understand you guys are going through your due diligence and your processes and all that.
I would say we are not ready on our end. We still
not ready for what?
I mean, to like go in front of the panel, we still have to, now that this new evidence has been brought forward. We still have to do, I think, some more investigating now.
I don't. So you're not the moving party, though.
Or maybe we don't then.
So, because here's the thing, you know how like when you guys push charges on someone, you're the moving party, right? So you're dictating a filing, and if the filing, procedurally can continue to exist, then the defendant kind of just is required to show up. The judge schedules the case and gives ample time, whatever, like a couple days at least, whatever discovery is, then the defendant shows up. And when you guys are on the other side of the coin, so you're not the moving party, they are, because they're appealing, then you guys are kind of on the opposite side, right?
Okay. So we don't actually have to do anything further. We just had to produce that what we put on the docket. That's it.
Well, what else would you do?
I mean, I could tell you. I don't want to obviously conflict you, respectfully.
You're not going to, because first of all, for appeals, most of the time I'm just going to guide the council members as to how the law works, and they're going to help me decide. But I'm not really understanding what you guys are saying here.
No, that's fine. So the new evidence that was brought forward was because somebody came forward and on recording under Miranda admitted to stuff that would fall in line with what happened in trial.
Okay.
And we believed, now that we understand that, we wanted to ask them further questions to get clarifying answers to understand if this is enough evidence to be sufficient to, I guess, motion with exoneration or however we would proceed. We don't feel like where we're at right now, we don't actually have that information yet. And we don't feel like that the exculpatory evidence that they claim that they have is, respectfully speaking, exculpatory. So if you feel that there's a need or a want to pursue this further, I think that time would be needed. But if you feel like that that's not even needed and all we need to do is sit back and chill, I don't see an issue with that either.
Yeah, I mean, look, if someone appeals a charge, essentially appeals an outcome, right? Your position is you either are trying to sustain the original charges, in which case you argue why you don't think that the information should change anything, or you do not contest the appeal and the appeal goes through. I mean, either way, you're welcome to call whatever witnesses you want to the stand.
Okay. In that case, I have a side question that I've had answered before, but I want to make sure that this is 100%. Any new evidence brought forward in an appeal process is not admissible in court in terms of charges, correct?
If it's past the statute of limitations. So right now we're faced with this is past the 30-day mark of the incident. but it's
Right.
in the appeal process, so it can be entered into evidence for the appeal. However, we can't use it to prosecute anyone else.
Yeah, I mean that's always going to be the case as long as you have two people who participate in the same crime. One of them is falsely convicted, is the argument at least, and the other one then claims that they are willing to admit they did it. However, the perception or possibility for abuse lies in the reliability of the witness and the believability of the situation, the circumstances.
Huh.
In terms of getting your pound of flesh by prosecuting, I mean, I don't really know there's a fix for that, to be honest. If someone wants to come in at the 0 hour and throw themselves on a sword, well, not on a sword because it don't exist. I don't really know there's any real way that we've discussed this already as judges. And I'm not really sure there's any decent way to close what appears to be a loophole because, well, it's an extremely rare circumstance, and the only thing that you could do is you can extend the statute of limitations to 60 days. But, I think we're loath to do that given the pacing of the city.
That's something that Flop and I actually talked about, but we could end up in the same place, if like the appeal happens past that 60
Well,
days,
right,
you're in the
of
same
course,
boat. So it doesn't
really matter if
yeah.
if
The
the two
30,
people
60
are in the
doesn't really
same
matter.
instance. It's kind of irrelevant.
It's more about a third party coming forward and confessing
I wrote my statement.
after the statute of limitations. I guess my only worry is that you say that it's rare, and I hope that this remains rare. I guess my only worry is that could this open the door to something like this happening more often?
I mean, well, first of all, there hasn't been an adjudication of whether this attempt to
I'm still in my
exonerate
meeting
someone
right now. Long story short, I'm gonna try and TLDR this. Those two guys came in looking to get their knife back after pleading guilty to an earlier incident. We said no, fuck off. I told him have a nice day, walked away. The guy asking about his knife kicked Bell. I then ran out and I said beat him. And as we were beating the one guy, the other guy came back. Mr. Rowland came back to try and swing it on an officer, and I beat him too.
No, but did you ask him to leave?
Due to whatever reason,
can we get this radio traffic going, please?
And was drinking the night that
Apologies.
supposedly
Bring this to channel 2.
Then we have another person who's coming forward to.
Did you ask him to leave before he tried to follow you and Callista?
No, he beat him and he ran out, and I chased his ass. I just told him have a good day, and I walked away. I never told him to leave. But if they want to claim that they were loitering, then we can hit them for felony trespass if they really want to go down that road.
Okay.
Well, that's what I was trying to find out. Because if they were told to leave or it was implied, they need to leave.
I think I'm good on my end. Flop.
I'm about to wrap up this conversation. Give me a second.
Yeah, 10-4.
Flop, do you have anything else?
No, I don't think so. I think we'll follow through with what we have then, and I guess just see how the appeal process goes. So
yeah, I mean, really, I'm gonna just put it as bluntly as I can. When you are not the moving party, you're kind of at the other party's whim, right? So, if you can't make the scheduling for, emergency reasons or whatever outside the city, that's one thing. But if you're still trying to get your ducks in a row, that's just on you guys. I mean, I don't know how to say it. They file an appeal. Hell, Murphy's been bitching about this appeal for weeks and weeks and weeks. So
I have my own opinions about that, but yeah, I'm definitely I'm with you there.
Yeah. Okay. Well, like I said, I got 2 city council members tacked on. So I'll probably set some kind of time or date for us to, actually have the appeal. If you guys choose to contest the appeal, and just let us know, and we'll proceed accordingly. If you choose not to, then we'll proceed, the other way. So really, whatever y'all want to do.
Do you need us to put our availability up, or are you just going to set the time and it is what it is?
Yeah, you should put your availability.
Okay. Fine by me.
Okie.
Well, I appreciate your time, Chief Justice.
All right.
Thank you so
Thanks
much.
for...
I appreciate
problem.
it.
See y'all.
Yep. You have a go and have a good night.
Great. I want to ask
All
you
right.
about something very briefly.
You fucking asshole. What?
It's gonna be brief.
Kid, I gotta go help arrest 2 people. We can talk right after if you want to wait a minute. I'm getting yelled at on the radio about helping out with an arrest.
Is it those people that
Yeah.
were loud?
Yep. Feel free to follow me if you want. I keep getting asked questions, so. I'm on the way down right now. Where are they? Oh.
Nobody.
Hey, Flop, which officer did he hit? He's trying to know which one.
Oh, he didn't hit me. He attempted to swing at me.
Cause I ain't hit nobody, guys.
I'm headed back.
You also didn't stab the cop yesterday, but you attempted to stab him, and you still got found guilty for that.
What do you mean? I pled guilty to stabbing that motherfucker. What are you talking about?
No, you did. You pled guilty. You pled not guilty to all charges. You brought every charge to bench.
Oh my God, cuz I ain't gonna lie, cuz. So you telling me I'm gonna get locked up for not hitting nobody, cuz? That's what you telling me?
Attempting to hit? You also ran from police. Would you like resisting arrest too?
What the fuck did I? I ran from police. Well, how did I run? What was I getting stopped for?
With
What did I
them
do?
feet, dog.
What did I do? What did I do to run? Motherfucker said I ran from police. What the fuck y'all stopping me for? I ain't no motherfucking chill. Y'all play on my top, cause like motherfuckers won't really get active in this
all right.
bitch.
So you didn't run, correct?
I ran out the door, but y'all.
All right.
Was I being detained or stopped for anything?
No. When you came back and attempted to swing at the officer, that's when you were. Why did you come back to the scene? You know your buddy had just hit him.
Cousin. I was coming back for my cousin.
Yeah, and your cousin just committed a crime. So what were you gonna do? Bail him out?
No, I was telling him to come on. Let's go. So what crime is that though? What did I do wrong, cuz? What did I do wrong?
Assault and battery. I don't know what else you want from me.
Cuz, how did I? Who did I assault though? He didn't do shit, cuz. What person I assaulted, cuz? What person I assaulted?
You're also getting the same charge. I don't know what you want from me.
Who you talking to, cuz? Motherfucker, did you hear what I said, cuz? I said I'm the one who hit that motherfucker. I hit that motherfucker again, cuz, but he ain't hit nobody, cuz. On hood. I don't give a fuck about assault a police officer, cuz. I'll do that shit again, cuz. On hood. Fuck wrong with you? All right, cuz, but he ain't hit nobody, cuz. You might well go and let him go, cuz.
No, he's getting charged too. He attempted to swing at me as well.
Cuz, he ain't hit you, cuz.
He doesn't have to hit me. You could attempt to kill me with a knife.
Hell, cuz. You scared the motherfucker. You scared the motherfucker.
Do you know the difference between intent?
That's really what that is, cuz.
Would you like me to explain to you what intent is, sir?
Hey, back away from the cell before I reach through this motherfucker and punch in your mouth, cuz.
All right, fine.
Yeah,
let me make this clear. And I'm only gonna make it clear once.
You look real tempting to me, cuz.
You came to the PD for a knife?
Hell yeah.
And instead of getting,
I told you, cuz, if I ain't get my knife, I'm gonna tear this.
Go ahead and put him in the cell back there.
I just want to know what.
Oh.
I need some drink, cuz. You got some drink on you, cuz?
Bro, who I assaulted? Somebody please tell me
I
who
need
I
some drink,
assaulted,
cuz. I'm
cuz.
thirsty, motherfucker. I ain't even gonna lie to you.
I'm gonna be honest with you. Up in jail, they got way the hell better shit than we do.
I need something to drink. I'm not even lying to you, cuz. I need something to drink. I'm thirsty in this motherfucker. It's been hot down here, cuz.
Oh, watch out, Corwin.
Oh, now you want to give me something. Now you want to give me something, cuz, when it's too late. Now you want to give me something.
Here, I'll put it by the bars. Are you able to grab that?
There's some bullshit right here, cuz.
Let me see.
Here, best way to do it, Flop, that I've noticed is not giving it from here, but if you get all the way to the wall here and you look right here,
Let me see.
because then you can give it to him without opening up the doors.
Yeah, come on, cuz. Let me get that water, cuz. All right, but look, though, you know he ain't hit nobody, cuz. That was me, cuz. Go on, let cuz go. That's all I want.
Is that
my
better?
Knife, cuz. I told you, if I ain't get my knife, cuz, I'm gonna tear some shit up.
You able to hand it over, Corwin? I'm having a hard time.
Yeah, no, it's all good.
No, I got it.
Oh, we got it.
I got it, cuz. I got it, cuz.
Okay, so here's what you got. I'm gonna go ahead and send you up so you're taken care of right quick.
The gangster. He know.
I say twin. Twin.
What's up, cuz?
I told him all I want is my knife, cuz.
Okay, but
Man, cuz y'all got it. Man, cuz I ain't even hit nobody, cuz.
his
Come
lawyer's
on
on the way.
Lawyer's on the way. Perfect. Who's his lawyer?
Who?
Xavier Monroe.
Perfect.
I will be back, sir.
Man, cuz.
That's all I want. That's all I want was my motherfucking knife.
I ain't even hit nobody, cuz. It's some bullshit,
Cuz
cuz.
I'm broke motherfucker out here, cuz.
I'm finna tear this cell up, cuz.
What's up?
If a knife costs $250,
Sorry, I love it too.
and then you come in here.
I am, boy. I got
He finna say something.
my own words for this. Don't worry about him.
Cuz I ain't
Well,
even hit nobody, cuz.
I'm gonna go ahead and charge you here. It's gonna be $420 for an assault and battery charge.
Yeah, I don't give a damn about the fun.
Oh my God, this.
I say twin.
What's the deal, cuz?
I he finna send me up, cuz. What?
Dude, this fucking MDT is so annoying. Please. Okay, there we go. No mercy for these fools.
Fuck it. I know, fuck it.
Flop feels like his time's been wasted over silly shit. Flop's worrying about a guy who's trying to get his job back as a judge, and he's dealing with a guy that just pled guilty to attempted murder. He's got no remorse for these guys.
I let cuz go though, cuz he ain't hit nobody, cuz.
But he did.
Who he hit?
We all saw him. Sir, we're gonna have
I
to go
ain't
and
hit
send-
nobody.
Man, get Arthur down here then, cuz. Fuck it.
Selena, come here.
He's also in.
Hey, fuck it, cuz. I'll plead guilty, cuz. That's all right. I'll plead guilty, cuz. Fuck it. Fuck it. Literally ain't do shit. Literally ain't hit nobody. Literally. Who the fuck in the statement y'all gonna say I hit? Air? Who you gonna say I hit?
Me.
I hit you. I hit you.
You attempted to hit me. Intent is a crime.
All right, cuz. I got your intent, cuz. Hey, please stay your ass on duty. Please stay on duty. I pray to God you stay on duty, cuz.
Have you charged him yet?
I pray to God you stay on duty, cuz.
Yes, he's been fine.
I pray
Okay.
to God.
He
I pray to
pled guilty.
God. I pray to God you stay on duty, cuz.
Hello?
Ooh, wee.
Yes, it was.
Mr. Rowland.
Ooh.
But it's.
I was thinking about putting out a warrant for criminal threats.
Oof.
Man, shut your fat ass up.
Mr. Rowland, I promise you right now. Hopefully next time I see you, you understand what the
Man.
word intent means,
Man,
okay?
Oh no, cuz you gonna know what the fuck that shit mean. On dead homies, cuz you gonna know what that shit mean. On
Okay.
my mama like her. On my mama like her.
Why
got
are you
me mad
why are you
tight.
always so angry, Mr. Rowland?
Sending
Cuz
you-
I
Are we
ain't
sending
sending
him
y'all,
to
cuz I
Bolingbrook?
got shit to say to y'all, cuz. Dead homies,
What's that?
cuz. I done
Are
played
we
against
sending
me
him
out
to
this
Bolingbrook?
motherfucker.
Oh, fuck yeah.
All right, you're getting sent to Bolingbrook.
Do y'all do, cuz. I swear to God, cuz. Hey, stay on duty, cuz. Stay on duty, cuz. Stay on duty, cuz.
Oh, I plan on it, Mr. Rowland.
Stay on duty, cuz. Stay on duty, cuz. Hey, do what you gotta do, cuz. Do what you gotta do. Yup.
I can get petty too. These motherfuckers aren't playing games with me.
Yeah,
You waste my fucking time like that while I'm waiting for Chief Justice?
Hey.
Yeah, I know it.
Kill y'all when I get out of this bitch. You hear
Okay,
me?
that's
I'ma
that's
kill your
criminal.
ass.
That's criminal.
Nah, it's all
threats.
good. Let him do his thing.
I'm gonna kill your ass. I'm gonna come back to this station and stab the fuck out your ass, cuz.
Take care,
On
Mr.
Jesus.
Rowland.
On Jesus, I'm gonna kill
It's
you.
too late.
I'ma
He's been
kill-
already
I'm gonna
sent.
make sure I kill your ass, cuz.
Take care, Mr. Rowland.
let's push for a warrant for
Okay, bye.
Nah, because it was in the same
Just get
incident.
out with these guys.
I'm more than willing to.
Hey, I got his knife, by the way. He's gonna. I forgot to give it back.
Oh no, he's not getting his fucking knife back.
No, okay. I'm gonna put it in,
no,
in
no,
the,
but
in
you
the
grabbed
evidence
another knife on him right now.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
He just came. He lost his knife and then continued to make criminal threats afterwards. I don't care what anyone has to say.
Yeah, I'm not giving him his knife.
Yeah,
back.
I'll give him
He made
$250
criminal
for a new one, but he's not getting that one back. He can go fuck himself.
Nah.
Take me to
I'm gonna
court over
write in the
$250.
report. He did criminal threats to kill every officer when he get out of prison.
The issue
Selena
though.
Frost-
No.
Yes.
The issue is that because this was in the same incident, it would technically be double jeopardy to push a warrant, which as stupid as that is. But it's fine
No,
because
no,
we
no,
can
no,
make an
no.
investigative
Is it
report.
That's not what I
Same-
want to
is it
do.
not-
What I
is it
want
not
to do
the
is
same
write in
incident?
my statement that since he did criminal threats towards us, Selena Frost didn't feel safe to give him back his knife, so she.
Oh yeah, that's fine. That's fine.
Well, also, here's the thing: if you process him and you send him up, and then he makes criminal threats after the fact, it's not the same incident anymore.
I mean, he's being sent. I mean, it's kind of a gray area. I don't like to play.
I'm not gonna.
I don't like to play the gray area on that. He'll.
Yeah, I'm not.
I promise you.
Well, I'm not saying no bullshit. I'm just for clarity. Is at what point is the incident over? I'm saying.
I mean, technically, any form of detainment is over at the time of the plea on a charge, right? Like a traffic stop. When we say that, you know, our lights are off, when our lights are off and we're back in our vehicle, you're free to go. Well, if they drove off, that's not a crime.
It's too late.
Their detainment officially ends as soon as you bill them.
Yeah, that's the way I see it. Is like, okay, they're processed and it's a wrap. So
yeah,
okay. I mean, I didn't know if I was thinking about it the wrong way.
No, you're not. I'll tell you right now. Get ready to cook because he's gonna come out of prison and he's gonna tweet out, "All you motherfuckers are gonna die" and some other crazy shit. And don't worry, he'll have his warrant before he knows it.
Well, I'm gonna be asleep, so.
Oh, you're going 42?
I am. I was going to like 30 minutes ago, but you know.
This all happened. Thank you for overseeing. I apologize. Crane didn't want to come back around. I've been needing to talk to him. That was way more important than two gangbangers who wanted to waste my time, respectfully.
Yeah, hell, absolutely. Waste their own time.
Listen, that was up to them. His buddy came back and said, I didn't hit nobody. Intent to hit is the same charge.
Yeah.
Just because you had a knife in your hand and you attempted to stab me doesn't mean you don't get attempted murder. You attempted to murder me, right? So, I don't know.
Yeah, it kind of is what it is.
Sucks for him.
You can't say that you didn't hit anybody when you swung, you know?
Did he hit anybody? No. Did he attempt to hit me? Absolutely. How can I prove that? He ran away when he saw his friend was getting beaten. He came back to try and swing on an officer and said, hey, fuck you. Swung, missed, and got one to the face by yours truly.
Yeah, exactly.
So,
there you go.
Way it crumbles. I'm gonna write my statement. I'm gonna get the fuck out. But you have a good night, and we'll talk soon. Actually, shit. Before I forget, is that thing happening tomorrow?
I don't know. I've barely seen Dakota. I really need to talk to him tomorrow, and I want to ask him if he feels comfortable pushing for it. I feel like. We need to have a handful of us go to Dakota at some point. So yeah, I mean, what time are you usually awake?
Right now, my schedule's fucked. I don't know how you pull 20 hours. I need like 8 hours sleep minimum. So usually by the time I could be around like 7, 8 o'clock maybe tomorrow, but
see, that might be
too late.
Happened. Let me. If
you have ways of contacting me, you let me know how you can get in touch with me if it's happening tomorrow. I will make it happen.
Yeah, let me. Is Mr. Simone around? He might be asleep.
So weird to see you with these hairs, Cornwood.
Yeah, I'm gonna take the wig off soon.
Lightsaber, thank you for the gifted sub to Nikita. Nikita, welcome. Thank you so much.
Why do you guys are having red hairs? Is it just to be like in the animes?
You know, I was just following along. You know, they were having some fun.
Okay. Hey, Belle, thank you for taking the statements. They pleaded guilty. Even if he said, I didn't bullshit about it, he pleaded guilty. There.
Sorry that those guys wasted your time. I wasn't going to entertain that shit. I have a limit of being nice. And that man pled guilty for attempted murder. I wasn't on scene. Mm-hmm. I don't care what his claim was. Violent felony, he's losing the knife. Whether he used it or not, I'm going to leave that up to the arresting officer to decide. I'm not about to go above and beyond. Me personally, looking at the charges.
You weren't a dick to him. You just told him, hey, just come back when the arresting officer's here.
And yeah.
He got all pissed.
That's literally what I told him too, but he started demanding a supervisor.
I told him the same thing yesterday.
Did you like what I did? He said, I demand a supervisor. I put on my vest and I said, hi, I'm your supervisor. What the fuck do you need?
I thought you would go into the back and come back and say, hey, I'm the supervisor.
I was going to, but I was afraid to walk away, and unfortunately, when I did walk away, first they were heated.
I'm happy though. They didn't take the knives to attack us. Who shot the bullet, by the way?
I don't know who shot.
it was Lenny.
Was it? Yeah, no.
I'm telling you, thank God for Lenny Hawk. We needed some juice.
Yeah.
And same with Crane.
I mean, we just got to be careful. We can't be shooting people that are unarmed like that. We got plenty of cops there that were able to handle that, but.
Yeah, but no, I mean, not right then, but I'm talking about earlier.
Oh yeah.
Just we need.
Lenny's great.
You just need the right energy.
Honestly,
you know what I mean?
When I was there for his first pit, the pit for the apparently 100, it was like, I'm not sure if it was over 100, exactly over 100, but it was close to 100. But I mean, the guy didn't have his seatbelt on, and he ejected. So I guess like put your seatbelt on. I don't know.
Yeah.
It is what it is. Happens. Or the other day, the huge bubble. You see the huge bubble when you hit the tow truck? That was a complete accident. And the guy running away from us just downs in U2 corner. That one was.
Listen, it's just sometimes it just shit happens, you know.
And then the guy, there's like 5 cops around him. We tell him, "Hey, do not pick the guy, or we will beat you down."
I gotta step away, but have a good night, Corwood. All right, let's talk. Sorry.
Hey, real quick, Flop. There's an individual upstairs that wishes to speak with you when you're done.
Who was it?
One of the one of the witnesses, Scott Taylor.
Love you too.
Scott Taylor?
Yep, Scott Taylor for an
Have a great
interview.
night.
Yeah,
I'm not going to bed. I'm staying.
I'm not a captain. I don't.
You staying? Well,
Okay.
I'm going to bed. I'm going to bed.
Good
I'll
night.
talk to him.
I mean, okay, I mean, if not, I can. I'll wait for Captain too.
Nah, just let him know that I will call him when I'm ready. If you wanted to let him know, I have to contact Turner. I need approval before doing interviews. So.
Okay.
Yeah. Sorry. That a lot just happened. Those two fuckers wasted my time over a misdemeanor. His friend pled guilty to attempted murder of a government employee, walked into the PD and said, "I want my knife back." And I said, "Your buddy, pled guilty." He goes, "Well, that was me." I'm like, "Well, why'd you plead guilty then?" I said, "How about this?" I said, "Speak to the arresting officer or I will, and I'll get in touch with you. Give me your number." He goes, "Nah, fuck you. You think this is a game." I'm like, "All right, well, if you think this is a game, then I'm walking away because I'm not entertaining this bullshit. Have a great day." I walked away and they kicked Bell. The guy that kicked Bell ran. I called to beat his ass. The other guy, Roland, ran away, saw his buddy was getting his ass mollywopped, came back to try and save that shit, and ended up catching himself in the head with my baton. And his claim was that he shouldn't go to jail because it was assault and battery. But he claims that because he didn't hit him, he shouldn't be going to jail. Him being me.
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, "Hi, if you have a knife and you attempt to stab me and you miss your stab, there was still intent to take my life. You still had intent to punch me. In fact, Mr. Rowland, we were at a bench trial where you admitted and were found guilty of the intent of stabbing an officer and got shot for it."
Yeah.
So that all had to happen. That was a waste of time. I apologize.
That's okay.
I'm venting.
You're okay. I get it. It's frustrating.
A one-time Crane shows up and the two assholes got to waste my time.
Mm-hmm.
But anyway, so what was the overall consensus you felt? I know how I felt, but.
I mean, what do we want to do? Do we want to try to do our due diligence quickly and speak to JP?
We could try.
Do we want to? It's like it sounds like this is gonna move forward. Like regardless of, whether or not we get to talk to JP, which is fine. If we don't get to talk to him,
do we know if John Paul is working with the lawyers at all? Like if like this consensus came up because he went to the lawyers?
I don't know. I believe that that like Monroe brought it forward or something. I don't know exactly how this happened. But Monroe is very aware of the situation, so I assume that John Paul has spoken to him, maybe, or maybe he spoke to Murphy, and then Murphy told his lawyer. I don't know.
I'll tell you the way that I see it. The question is, how far is it our responsibility to get this evidence? If they want to bring in newfound evidence, part of me is also asking, why don't they just find the damn cell phone? If they want to,
I don't know if they would think to find it. They're not cops. I mean, you have to think about it in the fact of like my conversation with Xavier Monroe was he was like, you have a confession. That's it. We're done. And I'm like, well, yeah. I mean, we have somebody saying that they did it, but we don't have like any proof other than that. Like I can say that like I painted every building in this city red. Like doesn't mean it's true.
Well, that's my other problem with this, and this is the reason why I think the statement is unbenign to the case. The entire incident report is public to the docket. Anybody could educate themselves on that report, watch all the videos that was proposed into evidence. It's public information. And then fucking proceed to just admit to shit that's missing.
And that's why I wanted you to speak to Jean Paul because you were on scene.
I tried calling him. He didn't answer. I still want to talk to him, I think.
Is he around right now?
Oh, I could try.
Yeah. But I mean, that's why I want you to speak to him because you were on scene. So if he could, give us some sort of information that wasn't directly on the report or discussed in trial, and like I said, if you felt satisfied with that, then I would be like, okay, yeah, we don't have to contest the appeal. But we don't have that yet. And that's why I think that the phone is important, because at least like if he brings up the phone, oh yeah, this is why I want to question him about Murphy's
give me
Murphy's
1 second.
possession. Yeah.
I apologize. Chat, give me a second. I'm getting a phone call.
Take it easy.
Hi.
Flop, she's trying to go to bed, okay? Can you fucking hurry this up? Get off your phone.
He's thinking about something.
That's what I mean, even that.
He had to think about something. Oh my god. Never going to sleep.
Oh, you're forever staying awake now. So you guys got any updates?
We're just talking about, like, I think Flop and I are on the same page as far as the report being public and anybody could go and look through it, watch all of the interrogations, and then come up with a pretty solid confession or alibi. Again, like, did he probably do it? Yeah. But
Sorry.
Just at the end of the day, want to make sure that like we're crossing our T's, that like we could go in there and feel confident in however we proceed.
Yeah.
And that's ultimately what it's about, is feeling confident in how you proceed.
Yeah. I mean, I don't see a confession being enough. Yeah, he filled in pieces, but rebuttal, the entire incident is on the docket. Anybody can go read that and create a fucking story. I'm gonna try calling him. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. It'd be convenient and nice. I just don't see it happening. Not looking promising.
Are you gonna be on duty for a while, Flop?
I'll be on duty for a couple hours, yeah. But yeah.
Maybe just try to reach out to him before you go off duty and see if you can catch him. If I mean, how do you feel if he is around tomorrow, or this weekend, and I'm able to catch him and talk to him? But if you're not here, do you want me to, or do you want me to? Well, it doesn't really make sense for me to, because you're the one that needs to talk to him, not me.
The reality
I would ask him about is the phone.
If he's got no physical evidence, then I don't have any reason to believe him. Unfortunately, the entire fucking incident is on the docket. He can go back and look at the entire process from the time we prosecuted. The issue that he falls into, and that everyone that would fall into that comes forward, is that because they can study that, he could tell me everything I want to hear. But if I have nothing physical to actually back up his claim, then what am I supposed to use as proof? At the point of admission was before the appeal. But now that the entire incident is out on paper, at what point does the actual appeal become valid? Because at first I said, you know, that's actually insane. He's filling in a lot of gaps. That's great. I'm inclined to probably believe this. And when I spoke to Xavier, I even said, I'm inclined to follow through if there's some kind of a clause in our constitution, because this is really bad. And when he insisted against that and said, let's worry about getting Murphy Braun out first, I said, no. I said, I'm going to talk to the officers first and figure out what's going on. And after talking with you, Kit, I had the realization, why the hell am I going to believe this statement when everything's already on the docket? It doesn't make sense. So if he's got nothing physical, I have nothing to believe other than that he's coming forward with what we want to hear.
I really think the major issue on this one is the fact that there wasn't any physical evidence on scene to show casings, to show, you know, if anybody else touched that gun recently.
100%.
Like so, like, that's why this one's a bit of a one-off, because the things he's saying wouldn't make any sense if we didn't have the evidence to, you know, prove that could be the case.
I agree. Do I respectfully, do I think Murphy Braun would have a better chance, and do I think we'd have more evidence had we had that chance? Absolutely. There were no casings on scene from what we saw. It was really nothing. We couldn't even, respectfully speaking, we didn't even have the machine to run the gun. So we fell in line with a very unfortunate situation. But based on what we had, we felt we had enough to pursue. We didn't even hit him for discharging the firearm because we didn't have a casing to back with the gun. And I think the overall consensus with this is that I guess it's really going to be up to Justice Crane to decide if that statement's enough, because I doubt Mr. Paul is going to have what we're looking for. I'd like to believe he will, but
So what I how I want to go about the physical evidence, like the phone, right? Is like during the questioning, I think it would make sense to not directly bring up the phone, but to ask him,
was anything taken?
What did Murphy have on him? You know?
Yeah.
Did you take anything? What did you take? And go from there. If he says, you know, a phone, okay, what'd you do with that phone? You know, but I want to talk to him about, like, I want you to talk to him more about, like, the finer details of it, the things that maybe, like, were, you know, maybe brushed over in the report. I think maybe we mentioned the phone at one point. I'd have to go back and reread it, but it wasn't like, it wasn't highlighted. It wasn't something that, like, you know, you would necessarily pay attention to.
Yeah, it wasn't highlighted. I know they brought it up in court though. They did bring up the fact that Murphy Braun, their witnesses were other judges claiming that they had a phone call with him, but he didn't have anything to back up that he ever lost his phone in the first place. Which is why I'm kind of like in a weird spot with that too. I'm still gonna bring it up and talk with him about it, John Paul, that is, but it really leaves me with more question.
I mean, honestly, that's their best defense to being his pockets being run through, right? Like, I mean, it's, you know, a missing phone when in like a timeline, if there was a call that happened, I don't know, 20 whatever minutes prior, you know.
I don't. Again, in the recording, Jean Paul does talk about dirty money at one point. I need to listen to it again. But
Me too.
I think it would also be good to talk to him about that, and if he did put that dirty money on him to like basically stage the scene, right? Why is that money dirty?
Yeah, I think we could two birds, one stone this, because I know that there's a separate dossier going on with these rolled up bills. So I think getting information about that will be valuable regardless.
And I don't know. I think that holds a lot of weight if somebody is trying to frame another person and using rolled bills because they consider or know that this is illegally obtained money, or like, you know, it's used in crime. That's pretty. That holds a lot of weight in my opinion.
It does.
Yeah, well, this I'm dealing with this from the financial side. On the other side, when we catch these 37s, yeah, the dirty money is the source of all evil. But the problem is, if there is some sort of form of fashion that's legal to get those rolled bills, we still have to prove it in every case scenario.
Definitely.
You know what I mean?
I think
then it's
I think
not sourced
gathering
illegally, we can't say it's all illegal.
Yeah. I still think gathering the information will help us progress.
It will help, yeah, for sure, yeah.
The other thing too about the phone missing, I'll be honest with you. There was a couple things that happened with Braun that were they completely went unanswered. They didn't prove his innocence, but they most definitely left us with question. So he went drinking the night before, or that night, and apparently had a couple too many, and then later on stated that he didn't have too many. At some point, though, he lost his cell phone.
He had amnesia as well.
Oh.
Doesn't remember anything. I mean,
Yeah.
Crane just said that when I was talking to him, that, you know, because we were talking about like the statute of limitations, the appeal, people coming forward after the 30-day, and if this holds weight to that. And he was like, well, you know, this is a very specific situation where, like, you know, Murphy both was drinking and had amnesia, so doesn't remember anything. So I thought that was kind of, you know,
yeah. There's definitely a lot of conflicting evidence with this. I think the biggest takeaway is I want to know who, I guess respectfully speaking, who shot Murphy Braun. That's the other thing I want to know. In the medical report, he was shot in the head. None of the lawyers brought that up. None of them. So I don't know. I want to ask him every single question that's gone unanswered and see what he has to say. If he has nothing physical to back it up, though, it kind of leaves me in a fucking runt because I don't know how I'm supposed to proceed. I don't think unless we have anything physical, we have enough to let Braun go. Unless you see a line here where there's enough information that we can let him go. I just don't see it, though.
I mean, I think you throw it on the docket as, you know, contesting the appeal, at least at the base value of, hey, all the stuff that's been written about is public information from the court trial. You know, there's no actual physical evidence. You know, you challenge his character based on, you know, the amount of stuff he's been doing. So I guess what would be his motive to doing that?
Doing what?
Planting the gun.
Who, John Paul or Braun?
Yeah. Right, because that's the new evidence, isn't it?
Yeah. So
His motive.
it would
You
make
can go.
sense. Yeah, this is about to be a rabbit hole. So what was it, Kit? 2 days before? It was
basically
yeah, go ahead.
Jean Paul was found with a PD Glock on his person. It went to bench trial. Braun presided over it. Found Jean Paul guilty, and then
I mean, there's a fucking huge amount of motive to do this then, so that kind of works in his favor, at least to okay.
I mean, again, like he probably did it. But at the end of the day, we still have to do our due diligence and feel confident going into this, that whatever way that we decide to go with this, we're police officers. Like, we convict people, without a reasonable doubt.
Right. And to the letter of the law, if you're in possession of a weapon, you're charged for the possession of a weapon. Like we don't assume that, we don't go investigate, did a fucking anthill come out with this fucking gun and just slip it into my pocket. It's we're that's unreasonable. But yeah, you have to
we don't work on assumptions.
But it's not just remember, it's not a failure if you're honestly, I see it as a victory if you do find somebody innocent after the fact, and then just at least for the clarity of the sake, I mean,
I 100% agree. I think we're all in the same page on that too, McMahon. I think the issue that we're falling in line with though is if we take what we have right now at face value, the precedent that we would then be setting is that if anyone comes forward with any form of admission in an appeal process, we're the way that John Paul's going about it feels like a really slimy and shady way to abuse our Constitution based on the way it's written. And while the precedent would be that the police had newfound evidence and was able to release Murphy Braun, we would also be setting the precedent that criminals can also hide under a shell and wait 30 days until they can crawl out and admit to shit and not be charged for it. Which I don't want that to be the new standard. Crane doesn't believe that it's going to be, but I want to avoid that at all costs. And I think part of that is just following through with our investigation as best we can. Submit new evidence as we get it, and once we have enough, we follow through. I think that I do need to talk to John Paul though, and I'm hoping that I'll be able to speak with him soon. But if we're at the mercy, sorry, go ahead.
If we don't contest the appeal based on one statement, based on one 20-minute interrogation after a guilty conviction, as well as literal weeks of investigating on our end with relation to this whole thing, then will people use that as the baseline moving forward? Well, these cops did it, so why shouldn't you? This person was
damn, did Corey finally go
because
42?
of these circumstances in this, very messy and, high stakes trial. This person should also be acquitted because they went the same exact route is what, we had to deal with.
What's the statute of limitations? Is it 30?
30 days.
30.
Okay. And this came out like day 31 too or something like that?
It was definitely after 30. I couldn't tell you how long after, but it was
okay.
Yeah. The appeal process has been going on for 2 weeks, 3 weeks pushing.
Well, I would suggest that you make it a change to the appeals process to make sure the appeal gets done within the statute of limitations so something like this can't happen.
Well, we also offered a potential. So we agreed that increasing statute to 60 would be a waste of time because we would just extend the time that people would do this. The suggestion that Kid and I came up with that I think would be even more valuable is to have a clause that says that any new evidence submitted in the appeal process is admissible in court. Because then at least that means new evidence that would be brought up. If, let's say, Murphy Braun is innocent and we would have more to work off of with Paul, we would be able to potentially put charges on John Paul and exonerate Murphy Braun.
Right.
But where we're at right
Okay.
now, we can't. And apparently, I guess that's not a good enough response for the DOJ. I'd like to propose that too, again, to Rain at a later time, but he was really tired today, so I don't want to bother him with all that shit.
Right. I see what you're saying. Yeah, new evidence like an admission or something like that is kind of tough though, because it's like you have the statute of limitations is there kind of as an
it
end
is
all
there
be
for
all.
a reason, so it doesn't continue to go on for months and months and months.
Yeah, and then you have to dig up old files and go back into it, hazy memories. I think it's just too messy.
I do think that there should be weight to somebody confessing. You know, it's one thing for us to continue an investigation after the statute of limitations is passed, but I feel like it's different for somebody to come forward and confess. I don't know.
Most
It's
definitely.
a hard one.
It is. It's not going to be an easy one to talk about. It's not going to. This whole situation, honestly, at this point, respectfully speaking, I don't care what the outcome is in this case, in this appeal. I just want this to be over with at this point. But before it's over, I'm going to do everything that I can to find evidence. Hopefully, submit new evidence. We have to talk to Hall at some point. I have yet to get in touch with him. I've tried texting him. I've tried calling him. I'll probably set up something with an email to hopefully go from there. So.
Okay, sounds good.
I'll keep an eye out, see if John Paul's around. If he's not, I will tackle it tomorrow. I know that it's a busy weekend. I may have a hard time seeing John Paul, but we'll see.
Yeah, we'll figure it out. It'll be all right.
All good. Well,
you go to bed.
You go to bed. You go 42.
Yeah, I'm going.
Okay.
Going. All right, you guys have a wonderful night, okay?
You as well. You take care.
You too. Get your beauty sleep. You know, it's you sound like you're fucking exhausted, so do it.
I am. Feels like
cranky and angry, and honestly, all valid.
You don't seem that bad. You know, you don't seem cranky and angry. I wouldn't say that.
No. You I mean, to be fair, Kit, you did say to me, I'll be around for this meeting, but I'm going to be cranky and angry.
You compose yourself well. You do better than my fucking fully awake. I'll tell you that.
All right, guys. I'll see you later.
Have a good night.
Have a good night, kid. All right.
This whole case is a fucking shit show, McMahon.
I know. Well, I mean, shit. Yeah, but I mean, it sucks. Like, I mean, having Murphy's around this time of day, isn't he?
Usually, yeah.
I mean, having a judge around this time of day is fucking invaluable.
It really is. It really is. It's hard.
And he's got a lot of tenure too, so like he would be.
I don't know if he's gonna get his job back though.
I think he would.
He straight up said when he was found guilty that he's excited and looking forward to when Judge Bailey is next to be the victim of this, and then proceeded to threaten people in the PD.
He was presiding over the case, I'd imagine. Bailey, right?
He presided over the John Paul stuff. Yeah. And then Bailey was presiding over the Braun case. And when Braun was found guilty, he fucking lost it and started threatening judges on the way out. And I was shocked because even I said, damn it, if there is an appeal and he's found not guilty, I'd be shocked if he got his job back for some of the things he said to the judges.
Yeah, well, he's trying to make a point. He's pissed off, right?
Yeah.
I mean, and even Crane said it. He's like, you know, if I were, you know, a gun was planted on me, I'd be fucking pissed.
Sure.
Yeah, so I mean that's kind of the sense. If this is with this evidence though, looking back, you realize that he's been done dirty, and he wants to, you know, he's like
his confession, admission of guilt. It's not
like I didn't do this. You know, what are you guys doing to me right now? This is he's feeling attacked.
Sure.
So I mean that's why he's saying, you know, watch it happen to you, and then what? And then you're gonna see my fucking point of view.
I don't disagree. I would like to see him come back. I hope he knows that I don't have any ill will personally toward him. I'll admit some of the things he said to me were definitely disgusting. He claimed that we forged the case essentially in favor of the PD, which I thought was disgusting behavior, but
you forced it? Why?
Well, so they tried to throw the case out because they tried to state that the PD's incompetency to cut off the recording early during interrogation was a gross negligence act to find Murphy Braun guilty, and that we wanted to just get our case to win. even though we never cut off the recording at any late point. So it was a lot to kind of indulge in, but it wasn't anything that was like not manageable. It was thrown out by the judge, but I had a sour taste in my mouth to be told that we're just grossly incompetent, and that all we did was try and find Murphy Braun on this whole thing. That definitely set me wrong. If I find new evidence, I'd love it, but I think
I know what you mean. But it's kind of fucked because he's calling us incompetent for tools we didn't have. You know, it's like literally it's just the gun and GSR, right? Like that's it.
No, definitely. I mean, listen, I think the argument
things missing.
Definitely, yeah. The thing though is, I think I need to go in front of a judge and explain to a judge and just say, Your Honor, at the time of this investigation, the UPD did not have certain tools that would have allowed us to progress further in this investigation within statute. And now that we're at that point, I feel like that's still something a judge is going to have to determine if that's enough to prove a man's innocence, which is possible. I would not be surprised. But it definitely does leave me not feeling comfortable just exonerating a charge, because we still don't have anything physical. But I do agree with you. I do think that there is still grounds to be met where Braun does actually have a case. I just don't know if it's beyond a reasonable doubt, right? I think the appeal needs to happen. I don't think I think it honestly, I think it could go in his favor, but it's going to depend on how the judge sees it.
See, the thing is, my reasonable doubt on this is.
Do you want to ride, by the way? We'll talk and drive.
I didn't know how long you were rolling. Yeah.
No, yeah, I'm down. Let's do it.
Yeah, let's get moving. Fuck this room.
We can walk and talk. I figure a little bit more productive than.
Get the fuck out of here. Yeah, it's fucking.
This place is a fucking prison, man.
It is, with these fucking concrete walls and shit.
Dude, every time I'm in here, I feel like it closes and gets thinner. I'll see if the CVPI I had up before is available. Yeah, it is.
Can we drive?
Not doing the vest thing anymore.
Yeah. No, we've done away with it. I'm trying to get an announcement out for it, but yeah, we're going back to our SOP. Active situations, vest comes off. Or sorry, active situation, vest go on. Non-active,
put it on.
Yeah.
Thank God, because I look like a fucking dickhead. Thank you.
Mm-hmm. Not a problem.
You ain't it ain't that bad.
I have magazines for a gun I don't even have access to. What do you mean?
Well, when you put it like that, it's crazy.
Wait, what did you say? I'm sorry. The fucking engine was so loud.
I was like, I have magazines for a gun I don't even have access to. So, you know, it's
Oh, right, yeah.
It defeats the whole purpose, yeah.
Yeah, right, true. All right, have a good one.
I'll operate under you. Maybe less phone calls will occur if I'm under someone else.
Oh, right, yeah, true. You're gonna bury yourself underneath my tag.
Dude, oh god, you're doing me a favor right now, but you know, as soon as I open my mouth on fucking radio, people are gonna be like, hey, Flop.
Dispatch copies marking traffic at 419.
Dispatch 125, show me operating under 128, back in service.
Dispatch copies. Dispatch, what is in service 0413.
What's the 20 in that last traffic? Southbound Popular. 10-4. 120 attaching.
Oh man, you got a whole fucking mess of shit. All right, look at that. Welcome to being the fucking PIC sometimes, man.
Dude, I fucking hell. It's a crazy time out here. I don't know.
Yeah, I never mentioned it during my application. I used to be a lieutenant when I was over in Bronx.
Oh God, really?
Yeah. I felt like I didn't want to like showboat.
No, that's fair. I will admit, sometimes I don't feel like a command member. Sometimes I feel like people's therapist, and it's to the point where I've told people flat out recently, hey, if you are that uncomfortable to do your job, yeah, I mean, but there's things people come to me about that I can't resolve and fix, and I flat out told people, you're an adult, and I know you can figure this out. You've been doing the job long enough. I don't need to hold your hand through this.